Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to finish the project. In this tutorial, we are going to discuss how to switch background music and set the volume. Now, let's scratch. First, about the pause function. Come to the pause sprite. As we mentioned before, we are going to use the space bar to pause the game or continue the game, and we need to know that when the game wins or loses, the pause key should not work. When receiving win or lose, stop other scripts in sprite. And if key space pressed block should be put in a forever loop. So, when I receive start, forever. If key space pressed, then add these blocks, wait until not key space pressed. This will ensure that each time you press the space bar, it will only operate once. Next, the pause and continue are both controlled by the space bar. So, we need the help of a variable. Use the if-else block, and then make a variable pause. So the program becomes like this. Initially set the pause variable to 0. So when you press the spacebar for the first time, pause is equal to 0, which leads to broadcasting pause. And then the pause sprite should show. And don't forget to set the pause variable to 1. This ensures that the second time you press the spacebar, the pause variable is not equal to 0, which leads to broadcasting continue. And then the pause sprite should hide. Then, change the pause variable back to 0. In this way, the third time you press the space bar, the game will pause again. Okay, so the pause sprite is ready. Next, let the other sprites react to the pause function. So how to do it? Let's go to the aircraft sprite. The usual way is to stop other scripts in sprite when receiving certain broadcast. But I'd like to take another approach here. Using such a set of blocks, wait until pause is equal to 0. Duplicate it, and put one of them in the script that controls movement, and the other in the script that controls firing. Now, give it a go. First, when the game starts, you can move and fire. After pressing the pause key, you cannot move or fire. Next, press the space bar again. Now, you can move and fire again. Well, the program of some other sprites are the same, such as the bullet sprite. Add this script before the change Y by 10 block. The same goes for the thunder sprite and other sprites. As long as there are blocks about movements, add it. In addition, for the script that generates clones, such a script should also be added below the wait block. Now, go to enemy 3. This sprite is a little different. We need to add more. The enemy bullet sprite is the same. In script that create clones, and in script controls movement. About the boss sprite, it needs more of these blocks. Add the blocks in every loop that controls movement. So, as you can see, there are 5 sets of these blocks, and the same goes for the missile. The boss's bullets, and the supply sprite. Now, give it a go. Pause, good. The blood bag, great. The sounder, nice. The boss, perfect. Next, let's discuss how to switch background music. Go to the volume sprite. Under the sound tab, we can find 3 background music. Their names are battle, cover, and boss. They should be played in different situations. For example, in the game cover, play the cover music. So how should we change the program? If we use stop other scripts in sprite, it will cause the interruption of other loops we need. So it's not appropriate. Well, this time, we can still use another variable to do it. So, make a variable BGM, then move this script here. Since there are 3 pieces of music, there are 3 possibilities for the value of BGM. So, we can set BGM to 1 initially. Then use if-else blocks in the forever loop. If BGM is equal to 1, play sound cover until done. If BGM is equal to 2, play sound battle until done. Else, play sound boss until done. So when to change the value of a variable? The first timing is when the game starts. That is, when I receive start, set BMG to 2. Then, when the boss comes out, that is, when I receive boss, set BMG to 3. So, will the music switch? Let's try this. Listen, the music has not been switched. Why is that? It's because we need to stop the previous music first. So, we have to add stop all sounds here. And add here as well. Try again. Listen, the music changed. Now, we wait for the boss to appear. Listen, the music is switched to the third one. Okay, the background music can be switched accordingly. Next, let's discuss the volume adjustment. Go to the volume sprite. We can only adjust the volume at the cover. When the game starts, there is no way to adjust it. So now, what if we want to do it during the game? Here's my solution: adjust it when the game is paused. So, when I receive pause, show. And when I receive continue, hide. Now, we can see the volume sprite when the game is paused. Next, we set the volume variable to 0 before. So now, we have to adjust it properly, such as 30. What's more, pay attention to the enemy when they were destroyed. They will make a sound of explosion. The volume should also be adjusted. How to do it? We can copy this script of the volume sprite to other sprites. Be careful among the 3 sprites of enemy 1, 2, 3. We should put this script under when I start as a clone block, because all the blocks that play sounds are under the clone block. If we put it here under the broadcast, it won't work. We can test it. Now I'll mute it. Listen carefully, the sound didn't stop. Now, let's put it back. Try again. Adjust the volume. Listen, there's no sound now. As for the aircraft and the bus sprite, just put the script under when I receive initialize. Okay, finally, we can check and adjust the program. For example, I forgot to add such a script here at first. This causes the boss to appear even when the game is paused all the time. So, we need to add wait until pause is equal to 0 here. Then, in the volume sprite, when I receive continue, hide the variable, or it may stay on the stage. Okay, that's all for this project. See you next time.